Hi friends, it's Raven. Today is February 28th, so that means the end of February, the end of one more month on my No Spend Year challenge, and we only have 10 more months to go, but I'm very, very excited because I had a lot happen this last month that were able to allow me to get one step closer to my goals, and my main goal this year specifically is to try and become as debt-free as I possibly can, save some money, and I'm really, really hoping that I can save up enough to buy a schoolie in the near future. So this month was a crazy month, and I'm sorry, I know I didn't post a whole lot this month, but that's just, let's be honest, I was being a little lazy this month, but I got a lot done, so let's get right into it. So I have my handy dandy little planner here, just to kind of remind me of what happened this month. But first things first, and that is my debt tracker, and I'm going to have a link right up here if you guys want to see a little bit more detail about what debts I owe. But if you can see, I put a star next to this one because this one is officially paid off, and I am so excited about that. And I'll get into that a little bit more soon, but I paid over $1,000 towards that one card this month, and now it is officially sitting at zero. That means that I paid it off, and I'm so excited about it. The next card, I put, I think, $700 towards this card this month, and my regular minimum payment towards this card this month. But if you'll see, that's a lot more X's checked off, and I'm super excited about it. And over here we have my savings goal tracker, and as you can see, I am almost finished filling out one complete row, and I am very excited about that as well because I'm super close to being to my $2,000 emergency fund savings goal. So once I hit that $2,000 for my emergency fund, then I can start focusing on saving up for my schoolie. I'm so excited. So another thing that I've been focusing on this year was trying to get healthier. I don't necessarily want to focus on losing weight. I just want to get healthier. If I lose some pounds along the way, that would be absolutely awesome, but I want to get stronger. I want to get more flexible. I want to feel better about myself, and I just want to be happier. So here I have my fitness tracker. So over here I have my weights that I was trying to hopefully mark off. If I can get down to 160, that would be awesome. But at the beginning of the year, I was very close to 200 pounds, which is the highest I've ever been. And honestly, I really do blame COVID and quarantine for that, because the first time that I worked from home was not the best. I did a lot of junk food eating and fast food and super bad bout of depression, and you know how that is. Everybody kind of went through a tough time during that, but I definitely went up quite a bit in the weight, and now this year I want to focus on getting healthier, hopefully lose a couple pounds, but if not, again, I want to focus on how my body feels at the end of the day. And so honestly, in January, it was more about trying to get into the habit of working out. So I worked out. I did a 21-day challenge for 21 minutes a day with Blogilates. I'll have a link down below, but basically in January I was focusing on creating the habit of working out. Along the way, I was focusing on my measurements and the pounds that I've lost, and in January, I lost 2.2 pounds, which isn't a whole lot for a whole month, but I lost 7.25 inches off of, I measured from my neck, my bust, my hips, my waist, my booty, and each thigh and each arm. So amongst my whole entire body, I lost 7.25 inches in January and only 2.2 pounds. So for me to be able to lose over 7 inches amongst my body, that was pretty cool. And then now I just took my measurements again today, and I actually ended up gaining 0.2 of a pound. So right now I'm sitting at 197 even, which I don't know how to, I don't know. But I lost another 7.5 inches. So I'm thinking, I've been doing a lot of weight training and things like that, and so I'm thinking that I'm gaining muscle while losing fat, so it's kind of keeping itself even right now. I'm going to do another video very soon about my fitness journey specifically. I know this video is more just a wrap up of February, but I'm going to do a video specifically about what I've been eating, what I've been doing for workouts, and all that stuff. But this month I lost another 7.5 inches. So far this year I've lost over 14 inches, almost 15 inches off of my whole entire body. And I'm so excited about that because, I feel more energetic. I've been working out every single day, which is way more than I've done in the past. Even on the days that I don't feel like working out, I still do yoga or something just to keep my habit intact. So yeah, I haven't lost any more weight, but I have been losing inches, and I'm very excited about that. So keep an eye out, but I will be doing a video hopefully very soon, hopefully this month, about my fitness journey specifically. But let's get more into the budget stuff. Okay, so for February, I filled it all out, and I'll have a link up here of budgeting with me. So in the beginning of the month when I filled all this out, I'll have a link up there for that. So I did not finish filling it out for this weekend, so I'm probably going to do that tonight. But so I was a little bit crabby today, so this will probably be a darker color. But for the most part, I had a pretty good month. There were a couple crabby days, but that usually kind of falls along with my cycle. I know that's probably TMI, but you know, every lady has her crabby days. So yeah, so for the most part, I was pretty happy this month. I did a lot here. So for meditation, again, I didn't really fill these out, but I definitely would X off a couple more here. I was hoping to do it at least a couple times a week, and honestly, I haven't sat down to specifically meditate, but what I have been doing is after my yoga sessions, I will take, 5 minutes just to lay there and kind of meditate and things like that. So I count that as meditating after my yoga. So I want to fill that in for those days as well. And then for worked out, I pretty much worked out every single day. So that is this column here. So I'm going to check off for Friday and Saturday as well, because I did work out those days. So yeah, I mean, there's only a couple days that I skipped, and those for me are more like rest days. But even on those days, I still do a little bit of light stretching or walking around or something to get, stay on track, basically is what I'm trying to say. And then my water goals, again, I feel like that's a lot better than January was, so I've been drinking a lot more water. I got these little flavor pods that you can add to water as well, so that it tastes a little bit better and you're more likely to drink more of it. And then for healthy food, I've actually been doing really good for that too, and I'm so proud of myself because before the snow spin journey, I was a big fast food person, which did not help with the weight. But, if I was too lazy to cook dinner or something like that, I would have my husband pick up fast food on the way home, or we would order pizza a lot, and, almost every weekend was sort of like our fast food time. So, Friday nights, we would usually order pizza, and then Saturday mornings, we would go to the laundromat to do laundry, and usually we would pick something up on that day too, but we have not done that at all this weekend, and the last weekend either, so I'm actually really, really proud of ourselves for doing that. I am getting my husband more on board with the eating healthier and working out with me. He's been doing yoga with me every day, so that's very exciting. But so we've been doing actually really, really good, and I've been trying to eat more protein, and so I've been doing a lot of chicken and tuna and eggs, lots and lots of eggs, but I love eggs, so I can't complain there. But yeah, so we've been doing really good on the eating healthy side of things. Okay, and now for my budget. So everything that's pink, and I didn't finish it yet, but everything that's pink is what I finished, completely paid off for the month. So each income, I usually guess about $1,000 per income. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but $1,000 per paycheck. So this month, I actually got $1,073 for my first paycheck, and then $1,077 for my second paycheck. So I got about $140 more than I expected this month, so that was nice. And then my husband actually helps out pay for a couple of the things on this list. So he usually gives me $200, but this month he gave me $230 to go towards one of our bills. So that was nice. That was a little bit more. And then we got our tax returns this month. So that helped me tremendously this month. But I got back roughly about $1,750 for that, and that basically went straight to debt. So my total income for the month was $4,130. So then for expenses, I did my rent check, so I'm going to cross that off because I already got that this weekend. I was supposed to go back to working at the office this month, but ended up actually getting pushed back another month. So I won't be going back until April. So I will not be having any car expenses because I'm not going anywhere. So that is left blank. The HH represents household. So I also did pay for some of that this weekend, so I'm going to cross that off. I have a little bit left over that I'm going to keep in my money envelope that I'll transfer over to next month. I won't count that as income or anything. It's just sort of like an extra bonus in case I need it in my envelope. For food, I originally had that I think at 100, maybe 80, I don't remember. But I bumped that up to 150 just because I had that a little bit of extra income, and I had a couple more staples that I want. Like, I love fresh produce. I love fresh berries and bananas and things like that. So I ended up bumping it up just a little bit so I can get some more produce that I like. And then I have storage, $5, did that. My Adobe, $11, I covered that. I have insurance for $38 that I took care of. My phone bill, I did for $340, but it actually went down a little bit this month, so now it is, I think, $335, so technically I saved about $5 there. I ended up saving, because I had that extra income too, I saved $200 extra this month. I think I originally budgeted for $50, I don't remember, but so I had $200 that I put towards savings this month. For other, I did $40, and again, I did end up having to use some of this, which is good. So I always like to have like a secondary cushion just in case there's unexpected bills that come up. So this was very, very helpful. And then I ended up doing another other category, and this one was originally blank, but I fill it in case there's something else that comes up that I was not expecting, which since we did our taxes this month, it cost me $40 to get that done, so that's where this other came in, and it was $40 for that. So my total expenses was $1,634. And then for my debts, this is the exciting part. So my very first credit card that I wanted to get paid off, I paid $1,195 towards that card this month. And I just, I need to do a little dance or something because I'm so excited that I got it paid off. That is one less thing that I have to worry about. And the biggest struggle was, again, I think I mentioned this earlier, but is seeing that money come into my account and be like, ooh, I have $1,000 that I didn't budget for, but reality, I did budget for it because I need to get these paid off. So taking that $1,000 and then putting right into the payment towards the credit card, and that hurt. It hurt my soul, but I feel so much better now. Like I can breathe a sigh of relief because it's done. And, it hurts now, but now the next time I get a tax return and I have an extra $1,000 to play with, that's money that I can save, that I can use towards a schoolie, that I can use for a vacation. It's not going to have to go to something like stupid debt. So I'm trying to remind myself that it hurts now, but in the future, I'm really going to be super happy that this is all paid off and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, it hurts now, but it won't hurt later. So then I had some left over after that, so I put that towards my second credit card. So I put $721 towards the second card this month. And that is also, I know I keep saying this over and over again, but I'm so excited about it. That's a lot of money to go towards debt. And it's a huge chunk to take off that I don't have to worry about now later on. So it feels so good to get it taken care of. And then my third card, we again paid pretty much the minimum on that, which is $250. I think we usually pay about $200, maybe $220, so we only did a little bit more towards that this month, but $250 towards that. And then my student loans, I paid $130. Technically, I don't have to right now because I've paid more than what I owe, so it says I don't actually have a minimum due until October, but I'm not trusting that. I'm still doing a monthly payment no matter what, so I have $130 for that. So the total amount of debt that I paid off this month was $2,296, all towards debt, and I am that is so much money. That is so much money. That could pretty much buy us the school bus that we want to get. And to see that just go straight into somebody else's pocket or to pay off my debts, it's absolutely insane to me. But, that's $2,000 that I don't have to pay anymore. And it is so, so exciting. So then down here, I just kind of calculated what I had left. So I have my I I have my income minus my expenses minus my debt, and then what I have left over is my $200. And I've mentioned it in previous videos, but I always budget out to $200 and not zero, because this $200 to me is a cushion to fall back on. It's not fun money, it's not money to just be spending on whatever, but it's to have that, you know, in case for some reason there's a random bill that gets pulled early or I get overdrafted or something like that. Like, I have that $200 to fall back on so that that doesn't happen. So it just, you know, for me, having $200 in my account basically means I have $0 in my account, but it's there just in case. So I really, really enjoy having that $200, and it has saved my butt several times. So I will always max out to $200. So yeah, I took care of a lot this month, and I'm so excited about it. But one thing that I also did with my bullet journal this month was I have my budget on this side, and then on this side I just kind of took notes of what I bought this month. So then I can see, okay, you know, I spent $145 on food, so technically I have $5 extra that is in my money envelope that I can save for next month. Or I could put towards savings if I want to, but I'll probably just save it in there. So I don't know, this is just a very helpful way to kind of keep track of how much I'm spending on what. And yeah, that was my month so far. Again, I'm really sorry I didn't post a whole lot this month. I've just been really lazy and like uninspired. I didn't know what to tell you guys about. But yeah, I do have some ideas for March. I definitely want to do sort of like a fitness video, or like at least my routine, you know, what I eat in a day, the kind of different exercises that I like to do, and my progress. Like, the fact that I've lost 14 inches since January 1st is absolutely astounding to me. Like, it's crazy. And I'm so glad that I started taking my measurements instead of just going off the pounds, because to see that I've only lost 2 pounds this month seems like a failure. Like, it seems like I didn't really do a lot, but the fact that I've lost 14 inches kind of says that I am still losing something. It's just not showing it on the scale. So definitely take measurements and not just go off the scale. But again, I'm going to do a whole different video about all that. But yeah, so if you guys have any other ideas of different types of videos you want to see, let me know, just so I can have some inspiration as a go-to. But yeah, so that was February, and I'm very excited for March, and stay tuned, because either tomorrow or Tuesday I will be doing a budget with me for March. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know what kind of content you guys like to see. And if you want to follow along on my no spend journey for 2021, go ahead and subscribe as well. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye!